So it's me, your little boy, Samson. So I have something special for us today. They are no longer in love with you because God is not after what they are saying about you. Let me tell you, they have finally discovered that God is not after what they are saying. God is really after what He has said about you. Hey, the truth is this: they will never love you again. Because they have finally come to realize that all things work perfectly to them that are in Christ. Hey, yeah. That is why you need to understand that majority of people around you, many of them have been offended. Majority of people around you, many and multitudes of them are what have already be offended. You have hurt a lot of people. You have automatically hurt them mentally, academically, in all ratification. You have hurt them, believe me, because they have finally come to realize that all that they are thinking that is going to break you is what God is accurately using to promote you. So it's really pissing them off, bro. It's really pissing majority of people out there off, and it's hurting them because they have finally come to realize that the thing that they thought is going to kill you have now become something that grow to the point of multiplying you, promoting you, and extending you to your greatness. So that is why majority of people have their choosings. That is why many of them are unhappy. That is why many of them are filled with frustration. That is why many of them are filled with pain. That is why many of them are filled with sadness, because God have automatically put an end to their evil expectation. So what they thought will destroy you, the way they thought you are going to end, is not the way they are seeing. So there are a lot of people who have been thinking that you are going to end as a failure. There are a lot of people who are thinking that you are going to end and regretting why you leave them. There are a lot of people who are thinking that the moment they leave your life, the moment they walk away, that will mark the beginning of a failure. That will mark the beginning of you failing. That will mark the beginning of you lacking progress, lacking success. That will mark the beginning of you growing. So many of them now are not seeing what they expect to see. Many of them now are like, what is going on? Why God keep disappointing them? So believe me, it hurt them, because all that they meant for evil have become something that God have finally used to run the stone around. What they thought is going to terminate your email, what they thought is going to terminate your name, the way they thought they are going to spoil everything, they have finally come to realize that God is not indeed after what they are saying. God is not after the evil they planted in your life. God is not after the setup. God is not after the evil they did. God is not after the gossip. God is not after the malice. God is not after the hate. God is not after all that they have in mind. And that is why many of them are unhappy with you. That is why majority of them are pissed off. Because some of them are like, why is it that God is not after what they are saying? Why is it that God is not after what they are talking? Why is it that God is not listening to them? Why it look like the more they plan evil, the more God disappoints them? Because some of them want you to end the way they want. We want you to be a failure because we are failure. We want you to fail because we failed. How can you be succeeding? We are not. How can you be progressing? We are not. How can you be doing? But God told them. God is saying to them, no. Right from the cross, my son have already made it all. And he said, it is finished. So affliction, have no place in us. Failure is part of our greatness. And you know, the gossiping is part of our stepping stone. Jealousy is part of our jumping stone. So it's really pissing them off, because everything that they are doing to stop you is something God is using to elevate you. So God is not indeed after what they are saying about you. God is not after the evil they did. And that's why many of them are unhappy. That's why many of them are scared. That's why they are terrified, because they never believe that despite of all their evil, you will still be progressing. That's why I always tell us, if God peradventure open your eyes with article, I'm not saying a minute or 2 minutes, 3 article of hour, to see some kind of friend, some kind of people you call your friend, the evil that they are planning, the way they arrange it, the evil that they are setting, my brother, you will prefer to be living alone. So it hurts majority of people, because God is not indeed after what they are saying about you. Remain blessed. May God bless you.